Many students went back to school today across the metro. OPS starts next week.
But some children may not be excited for that first day. And joining us to talk about anxiety, Dr. Larissa Che, who specializes in child and adolescent psychiatry at CHI Health. Thanks for being here, Dr. Che.
Thank you.
Dr. Che,
for having me.
let's start with that anxiety. How can parents recognize it if their child might not be as upfront with their feelings?
Well, one thing I would say is anxiety can take different forms in different kids. Some kids might present with tummy aches and headaches or just feeling very irritable. I would say if you know your kid very well, you might notice a change in just even how they greet people. Maybe they greet grandma differently or what have you. So just noticing that change and leaning into a curious kind of mindset instead of saying, oh, that's bad or this, just come with curiosity and meet that child where they are.
So they feel it physically. That's rough. How can parents get their child to talk to them about their worries?
One of the things that I would say is start with checking in with your own self. Checking with your posture, checking with your voice. Your tone of voice does matter. If you come across as inviting, they're more likely to sit down and try to talk with you. And so that will be my first thing. And then, so let's go through this acronym that I created. So C is check in with your own self. The other part of C is be curious, ask open-ended questions, connect with them. So if it's a young child, perhaps sit down or kneel so you can be eye to eye with them. The other part will be routines. I would say, especially with school coming up, I would say practice your routines, your bedtime routines, your breakfast routines, the school routes. Maybe it's a new school, maybe it's kindergarten. Take a route that the kid can recognize and practice it over and over. The next part is the E. I would say engage in either buying school supplies with them and creating a calendar for the school year. The other part will be the A, which is just acknowledge their feelings, name them, validate them, and acknowledge any positive or negative experiences they had last year. T will be teach. Teach them coping skills such as breathing techniques or conflict resolution skills. And then the last one will be electronics. I would say parents and their kids should partner up and create kind of a contract, so to say, of how to use the electronics now that the school year is about to be in session. Yeah.
I love that CREATE acronym. We've all seen it, whether it's at home or in class, but if your child is acting out, can that actually be a sign of something else?
Thank you for bringing that up, Bill. Acting out in kids could be a sign of perhaps they're just a little bit more energetic. It could be part of normal childhood. Part of it could be perhaps something is bugging them. Is someone bullying them? Is there any kind of disturbance at home? Maybe parents or caregivers have changed. Is there some ADHD? Is there a learning disability? There could be lots of things. Again, if you go back to checking in with yourself, checking in with the kid, and connecting with them, that's a good start. Checking with the teachers. And then if you're like, I'm not sure if something is still up, please check in with their care providers.
Dr. Larissa Che with CHI Health, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Bill and Julie.